Hello Sagittarius, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lelima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. I'm using this one, even though it says tarot deck, it feels more like an oracle deck to me. So for this round, I think I'm going to use these two together. Alright, I already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Let's go ahead. Alright, let's see where we're going. This feels connected. Yeah, okay. Alright. So your challenge card is the Moon with clarity of belief. That's your challenge card. These are not your challenge. These are not the challenge cards for your partner, but what they're experiencing is the Five of Wands with the Seek the Truth. Because I feel like the way these are popping together, and let me pull on theirs first just to not confuse things. I'm getting it's an argumentative. I don't know if it's going to be an actual argument or if it just comes across a little rough. It could be either or, I guess. It could be something that comes across rough that spurs an argument, or just be one or the other. Because I feel like they're coming to terms with something. I feel like your partner's coming to terms with something, and they're not, like, I feel like they're kind of their own, they're their own hurdle, they're their own block on this situation. And they're just coming to the light on something here. They're coming forward to what they really feel and what really needs to happen. They're coming to terms with it. That would Seek the Truth with the Five of Wands, though, is telling me it's a rough road, but they're coming to it. They're coming to it. Resisting it, but it's one of those things where they can't really resist it for too much longer, and they're realizing that, and they're coming to the truth of it. You, with the challenge card of the Moon, you're just not. I don't feel like you're not convinced that they're coming to it. I feel like you might be kind of like, are they really coming to it? Because the way they're speaking, the way they're talking, it's kind of like they're not. To you, you don't. I feel like the Moon is saying you don't think they are. And the clarity of belief is kind of like you're not sure if there's really anything you can do about that. So I feel like what's kicking this off is your partner is coming to the realization about what needs to happen next. They are coming to the truth of the situation. The Moon card with you is like, I don't feel like you're realizing that. The way your partner is coming off, you're thinking, nope, they're not getting it, and they're not going to get it. And the clarity of belief is like, you're not sure what you're going to do about it. Because you're kind of like trying to figure out what you need to do about this. The clarity of belief is kind of like, I feel like you can't push your truth over to them. You're feeling like they're not hearing you, that you're not able to be heard, in the sense of like getting them to the point where like, this is what's happening, they need to see it. And I feel like you're wondering if you're going to have no choice but to let it go. This is a momentary thing, though. It's weird for that card to come in that way. But let it be what it is what I'm getting from this point. Because when this is going on, I'm getting the Six of Coins with you is kind of like you're trying to find another way around the situation. You're trying to let them feel the way they're going to feel. You're feeling like you really can't move them, but you're trying to find a way to like move this thing forward in a different way. You're trying to handle this without them. Without them? Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible. You're just definitely trying to, it's kind of like you're looking like it's like you're looking at a brick wall and you're like, there's only so much I can do with that. So I'm going to have to find another way to handle this. And the Six of Pentacles is telling me you're just kind of trying to accept them for where they're at, feeling that they're not going to budge, and you're trying to work with it and just trying to work around it. And the Six of Pentacles is just kind of like you're trying to do what you can just to kind of accept it for what it is. And you're just, I feel like the Six of Pentacles, I know that's weird because it's a give-receive type card. It's giving and receiving. It's kind of like a charity card usually. But maybe that's the charity of it. You're just allowing them to feel that the way they want to get, they want to feel. You're giving them that. And you're just, what you're taking is you're taking control of it. You're trying to. This doesn't cement here. This doesn't stay. What I do see coming in next is your partner I feel like that's a momentary situation where they're fighting it, and I feel like almost like on their own they're realizing that I feel like they're coming to it on their own that that's not the case, or they have to face it. They have to face it. There's no way around it. Because this seems to be a quick flip of the coin to me, from being very, abrasive about it to going to like, you know what, I don't like it. But the Four of Wands here is telling me they're bringing the stability to the situation. They're stabilizing it. They're coming forward to you, and they're bringing forth this challenge card. Well, see, this was the challenge card the whole time. The Eight of Pentacles. They didn't want to accept it. They didn't want to see it. They didn't want to agree with it. But the Eight of Pentacles is in play, and the Eight of Pentacles here is telling me things have been going well for a while, but they know that time has come. The time has come where this is about, it's time to start looking at a different option. It's time to change the situation. The 8 comes before the 9. This is just getting to that point where their challenge card is to realize it's almost at that time to change things. And that's their challenge card. They don't want to. I feel like this is also the challenge card because it's not really at this point of 8. It's at the point of 9 is what I'm getting. 9 is actually the finish. And the Four of Wands is saying, they're addressing it. They're coming forward to you. Are they coming forward to you? Because it feels like they are. And I'm just like, I'm questioning that. If they're coming forward to you and you're kind of not expecting it, I'm getting because you're making movements forward, and it's kind of like they have to get on board. There's just no other way. They're seeing you move forward, and it's either that they're coming forward with you, to you, just saying, I was wrong, or they're seeing you move forward, and they're just like, I need to get on board with this, because they're bringing the stability in. They're saying, yeah, I'm sorry, or I feel like a lot of them are saying, I'm sorry that I was kind of abrasive about that, but I don't know how that sounds, because I know some people have a hard time with that word, but hey, I don't know, that's how it feels. It's a general read. They bring forth that stability, saying, all right, I have to accept the situation. It's not about what I want, it's just what it is. You on your side have the Death card. The situation is finished. Like, I'm getting whatever it was. It's time to move forward. They might have been fighting it. You realized that was long overdue. You're finding a way around it. You're trying to, but I don't feel like you really can get around them, but they're realizing, they need to get in line with it. The Death card is telling me this situation is finished. Whatever it is you're dealing with, they're dealing with, it's finished. And I'm getting like your partner has got the Chariot here. Ultimately, they have to get through these cards before they can get to the Chariot. They got to like release their hold on it, accept that's kind of like the Tower card. The rebirth in this deck is the Tower card. They have to accept the destruction, and then the rebuilding is the Chariot going forward. So they have to go through all these emotions before they're able to do that, and I feel like that's kind of what's taking so long. I do also want to address here, because I'm noticing this very strongly, even though your partner may be difficult right now, they have the Knight of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups. So the love is there. The Knight of Cups is not going to come in until after they've gone through this moment when they've accepted it for what it is. This is part of that stability coming in, because you're already there with the Queen of Cups, like this is what's got to happen. You're trying to find a way to make it happen. You're trying to work around them. This is when they get on board. They're pulling it forward. They're going forward. They're accepting it. They're working with you. You're saying this has to happen. They're making it happen. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat this too much because there is this card here. You're standing in that spot of the Temperance, and you're feeling like you're just going to have to wait it out. To a degree, that's true. You're waiting for them to come to terms, but I still feel you're moving forward. And this does feel like it's being dragged out, and it is taking a while, and for you it's taking longer than necessary, in my opinion. Like, you're not really enjoying it, and you're feeling like, if my partner just gets on the ball here, we can just get over this and move on. But, I mean, at least it's working out at some point. I do feel like it's dragging. For you, I feel like it's dragging. There is some rough energy with that. So I'm getting, even if this only takes 2 weeks, even if it's something like that, those 2 weeks feel like a lifetime to you, because it's very uncomfortable. You're making it through it, you're succeeding through it, but it's uncomfortable. I'm getting that temperance could come through like that. Like this might all happen within a 2-week time frame, but for you it's like a year and a half. It's dragging on, it's agonizing, you don't like it, you're feeling forced to move things on yourself, you're having to deal with a partner that's kind of having a hard time accepting things. But when they finally click into place, I feel like things are better. You're not happy. I feel like you're not happy about the whole situation anyway, but I feel like it gets better from there, if that makes sense. I don't feel like your partner just moves forward and you're like, okay, we're good. I don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel like your partner starts moving forward and taking that initiative, and you're starting to like see the light at the end of the tunnel. Good? Now, what makes things better for your partner, and this may seem out of place, but I am getting the 5 of Cups, like they have to accept that, you know, some of this is just going to happen. That, you know, 3 of these cups are done. But there is something still good here, and I feel like that's the trick. Because I feel like in the beginning of this, they're centering on the 3 that are dumped. And they're fighting it, they don't want it to happen, but I feel like once they accept that those 3, they're dumped. They're dumped. That's what it is. It's them realizing the 2 are left and concentrating on that and moving forward, because I feel like you are representing the 2 that are left. You're what's still good in this situation, and them going forward with that. That's when this turns around for them. You, on the other hand, is what makes things better is the 9 of Pentacles. This relationship is secure is what I'm getting. And I'm getting what makes things better for you, honestly, is when this starts going the right direction in the sense of your partner pulling in and going forward. I'm getting the sooner you're able to see them moving forward, you're going to feel better. It's just kind of like recognizing it for what it was. It wasn't the best way that worked out, but just seeing it for what it was. Like, it was a moment, your partner was fighting it. I'm getting that there is going to be a spot where you're feeling a lot better. Like, it's going to progressively get better. I'm getting like they're warning here to be careful not to put too much into how your partner held on or why they held on, just to realize that it was a painful moment for them, but they finally did move forward, and just kind of hold on to that. Because I feel like there is a chance here, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to address this, because I feel like there's a chance, to be fair, that a grudge, you could have a little bit of a grudge because of like how difficult this was for you and how you really could have used their support rather than their opposition to the situation. They're like, because I feel like what they're saying is if you just see it from their angle, it's not making it right. It's not making it right at all. But just understanding, you know, all right, they didn't like it. They were trying to fight it. They really weren't accepting it. It wasn't about them going against me. It was just them just not wanting the situation to go forward, and that's what it was about. It wasn't about our relationship. It was about the situation itself. Because I feel like most of you are going to be okay. I just feel like there's a chance that a grudge could be held here if you see it more like they were against you and not against the situation. Because some of you, I feel like you're going to view the situation and how they felt about you as the same thing. I feel like if you separate it and realize they were against the situation moving forward, they weren't against you. It might feel that way, but it wasn't what that was. They were fighting against that situation, going through this metamorphosis of whatever it's doing. It wasn't about you. It was about that. So when you feel this negativity where they were having a harsh moment, it wasn't against you. It was against that. I feel like if you're able to separate that, you'll be okay. All right. Now, let's do Cancer single. Nope, this isn't Cancer. Who is this? This is Sagittarius. Is this Sagittarius? Are you dealing with a Cancer? Where did Cancer come from? Cancer just kind of popped in there. So some of you might be dealing with a Cancer. I don't know if I said that during the thing, but I felt it a couple times. I thought it. Not that all of you are going to be dealing with Cancer, so don't get, held into that. But I'm getting that water feel in that sense. Somebody seems to be dealing with a Cancer, and they're not having a hard time. I mean, they love you. They love you. Let's leave it at that. So some of you might be. I just feel that's interesting that was pulling in that way. Which I almost feel like I need to say that little writer comment, like, no sign is all good or all bad. Every sign has its positive and negative attributes. Like, you're not... I know some people like to view it this way, but no sign is better than another sign. It's how signs relate to each other. Sometimes certain signs work well with other certain signs, sometimes they don't. But each sign, like, doesn't make a good or bad person, and not any of them are truly better than another, if that makes sense. I don't know, I feel like I need to say that for some reason. Sometimes I hear negative comments about a certain sign, and I'm just like, well, it might not be that one on the outside, but I know I have some of that in my chart. And I'm like, does that mean this person doesn't like me? Like, what's the deal? Let's do Sagittarius single. Okay. Well, that's going to be I want to say that's going to be a fun ending, but I say that in a facetious way, I think. I don't know, that might be a fun ending. We'll see. You got two very powerful cards at the end here. One's very positive, one's very not. I'm just like, I don't know, we'll see. They seem to be coming in together. So I'm getting like, it's a very, very powerful moment where this is heading. Very powerful moment. Exactly which one is stronger is the question, I guess. All right. Let's see where this is going. Now, a lot of this seems to be clumped in. And part of this that's clumped in is, ironically, the past of the Page of Wands. Almost like a situation that's on autopilot. Like, you and this person are sort of drawn to each other, or it might be one of those situations where life is just constantly putting you in the same situations, bringing you around to each other. I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. And I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. You enjoy this person, but I almost feel with the... No, I do feel, actually, with the Queen of Pentacles, there's certain boundaries already set in place here. And emotional boundaries seem to be a very pertinent way to put that. You like this person, you like them around, but there seems to be boundaries already set in place. To you, I feel like you're looking at it like that's already how it is. Like there's nothing to really question about it. Now I'm coming into the center and I'm noticing the Five of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. This person, and it feels like there's already these boundaries there. Like these boundaries, to you, I feel like you're looking at them like they're not even a question. Like this is just how it is. They're not going to be crossed. Like to you, I feel like you're looking at it like, well, they're not going to be crossed, so what does it matter? I'm seeing this other person come towards you, and they're wanting more of your attention. I'm seeing you with the Two of Swords? Swords. Two of Swords. See, this is them, I feel. The Five of Pentacles wanting more attention. This is Sagittarius? Yes. I feel like the other person wants your more attention, and you're coming over here with the Two of Swords. Like, I feel like you're getting the point. Like, you're seeing that they want your attention, and you're just kind of like... I feel like you're looking at this like that's... I don't feel like you're giving it a thought. You're just kind of like, that, no. Like, you're feeling kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's almost like you don't feel like you should say no, but you really don't feel like you should say yes either. And it's just one of those things with the Two of Swords where you're like, you're not expecting to be between a rock and a hard place, but when it comes forward and this person wants more of your attention, you're not feeling that's right, but you're not feeling that that's something you could say no to either. So it just feels like you're kind of pushed in this spot. And I'm getting the Four of Cups here, kind of like you're realizing this person does like you, but the circumstances of this event you do not like. You're thinking, yeah, I might be able to get their attention, but I don't think I'm going to get it the way I want it. I don't think this is opportune or this is a real good thing going on here. This is single Sagittarian, so let's keep going with that. I don't like how this feels. It feels like somebody has other obligations, and the way they're coming at you, it's kind of like you're not seeing them want you in their life as a partner. They might be more looking at you like a conquest. And I feel like that might be really uncomfortable for you, because you do like them, you do like their attention, but you're just like, I don't like how this feels. I don't feel like I'm being looked at as a partner or a person. I feel like I'm being looked at as an object. I'm getting that feeling here, I gotta be honest. And I'm getting, this isn't your thoughts, the Knight of Swords. You're considering saying something about that to this person. considering it. And some of you may, but for the majority, I don't think you will. But it's pushing your buttons because you're just like, I'm not your plaything, and I don't want you, don't relate to me that way. Like, don't do that. That's how that feels. What we're going towards, see, this is all coming in at once too. This person has the Four of Wands. They're already bound to something. They're already bound to something. It could be another person. They could be married. They could be. But it could even be a situation where they're in a position of power to where this is something where you know they're not going to come forward about this. Or there's something where there's some type of obligation here they're connected to. And I feel like it's in contrast to them coming forward to you. You're seeing this as a challenge. So they're making it clear, though, I feel. They're coming toward you again. Even though that's in play, they're still coming toward you. Because I feel like there's two instances. The first one, they express that they want more of your attention, and you don't rebuke them, but you're trying not to do it at the same time. You're kind of in between a rock and a hard place there. Now, the next one is the Two of Cups with the Seek the Truth. I'm getting this actually starts going forward. And I'm getting like you're trying to part the curtains here. Like, what's this actually about? I'm getting a passionate moment that seems to happen between you and this person, and I don't feel like you're looking for it, but for some of you, it's just the acknowledgement of your feelings and their feelings, and like you are attracted, I'm getting, and they're making it clear that they're attracted too. So for some of you, I would just want to be fair, this is just the acknowledgement of those feelings, and for others of you, this is an actual physical moment. You know, however that works out for you. The seeker, seek the truth, the seeker of truth, the seek the truth here, what have we got going on here? I'm getting that moment happens, and you're left wondering, what does this mean? I don't feel like you're getting your answers yet. Not yet. So however that happens, the Two of Cups is popping in where you know this person is into you and you're into them. They know you're into them. They know that you're physically attracted to them. Let's put it that way. Are we going here or here? I don't know. This seems to be coming through in clumps for some reason. Though this came in upside down. The environment with this person, find the balance upside down. This person is not on the level. And I'm actually... sooner or later, at some point down the line, this person will detach. Because they got spread your wings. They're out of balance. When they're out of balance, I feel like one of two things is happening. They're either giving you a line of bull, and they're telling you what you want to hear, or the other, which may be worse, they're not really identifying what they're really doing. They're not really looking at the situation or thinking about it too deeply about what this really means. They're just taking it moment by moment. And they're not thinking about, the ramifications of the situation. Because sooner or later, I do feel they're going to move on. And that's where I'm getting all this at the end. The two cards that I said you're going to get at the end, you got the Devil card and the Ace of Cups. The love is there. The passion is there. But the situation is not good. I feel like the situation is not good with the Devil card. I don't know if you can see that. If I can move them forward so they focus a little better. I've probably said it 50,000 times in these readings. That Devil card, of all the decks I own, that Devil card, I hate that Devil card. I hate that Devil card. You got listen right on top of it. And I feel like what they're saying is if this keeps pushing forward and this person, whether it becomes physical or not, but they're still coming forward to you and telling you what you want to hear, they're like, listen very carefully about what they're saying and when they say it. Like, are they only saying things to you when they think they can get what they want? Are they only saying to you things when they feel like you're on their side with it? What are they saying to you? Are they literally saying to you everything that seems to fit perfectly with what they expect you to like? Because I feel like they're saying if you listen carefully, you'll pay attention to like what's motivating this person. So because I feel like that's also in the realm of pay attention closely. Are they interested in you, or are they interested in some form of physical gratification? Whether you're giving into it or not, that's left or right, but is that what they want? Is that what they're trying to get? Is that something they're getting from you at this point, and they're just telling you what they feel you want to hear so they can keep it as long as possible? The Devil with the Ace of Cups is telling me it's a very passionate, exciting situation, and you're feeling the love there, and there is love there, but the Devil is telling me this is really not a good situation. This is kind of like a bad romance. You know that song by Lady Gaga? I don't know if you like that song, but if you know, you might want to listen to it if this is hitting for you, because I don't feel like this is working well. I feel like this is a bad romance. Bad romance, definitely. It's not going to have a good ending, because sooner or later this person is gonna leave. Anything else with that? Okay. I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.